Greetings everyone and welcome to the BlastCast. I am Jarus and Lightning Dragon's still in the middle of a move. So I'm going to call him real quick and we're going to see if we can check and see how he's doing on that. 1 second here.
Hello?
Hey Lightning. We're recording for the BlastCast. I just wanted to check in on you since I know you're in the middle of a move and don't have internet. Is there anything you want to tell the subscribers to the channel?
Oh, I don't know. I think there's maybe one thing. Retaliator!
Okay. Well, there you go. Alright, and just as a note, there is of course a vote going on right now for what features should be incorporated into 3.2. At the time of this recording, the first priority leader is Item System 2.0 at 30% of the vote. The second priority is Economy and Shopping UI Experience at 17% of the vote. The third priority is tied between Quantum Blinking and FPS AI Combat, that's the one I want to win, at 13% of the vote each. Alright, this week on Around the Verse, it was mostly about sound, the sound effects, and how they set it up for music and things like that as you enter and leave an area. It was very interesting from a technical perspective, but not too much we can talk about on this show. If audio design is something that interests you, I recommend checking it out. So I want to briefly talk about 3.1. Now, of course, I put out the video on the Terrapin and the Reclaimer, and many of you noticed that I was doing that in free flight mode in Arena Commander. Now, there's a reason for that. Now, you've been watching this Terrapin footage. I've been flying around Olisar just a little bit. That is pretty much the full extent of all footage I've managed to accumulate while playing 3.1. It crashed shortly after I landed. For the last 3 days, I haven't been able to get in at all. There'll be 20-30 minutes of waiting at the loading screen, nothing happens, or you get in for a few seconds and it crashes. So they've got a lot of stability issues and a lot of other issues they're going to have to overcome before they can release it. Though truth be told, they'll probably fix it this week and release it this week. The reason I'm saying that is because every time I predicted it's not quite ready yet, it comes out. So, there you go. I really wanted to take my Reclaimer down to a planet and show off a lot of footage with that, but I really couldn't tell you how the ship handles. I couldn't tell you much about it other than being able to wander around inside of Arena Commander. And that's kind of a disappointment for me, being that it's one of the ships that I kind of wanted to fly the most. So as far as the state of 3.1 goes, I really can't give you any reviews of the features or how the planets look or any of that. Anything outside of what you've already seen on Around the Verse or screenshots. It's unfortunate because I really wanted to do that. Prior to recording the show, I was literally just in the Persistent Universe and still failed again. So here's hoping they get that resolved so I can get out there and start having some fun. And maybe even record a few Explore the Verse episodes again with my brother and Lightning Dragon, once he gets his internet back. Alright, let's get into the really shorthand version of calling all devs. Question, does bigger mean better when it comes to equipment slots? For example, will capital ships be better at scanning than small ships such as the Herald? Larger devices such as radars on capital ships can see farther, but they're also much easier to detect because of the amount of power that they're generating, the amount of signal strength and such. Question, can we expect additional module concepts for already announced ships? This is not something they want to do at the moment. Question, how many of the roles seen in the game will require or will benefit from a working tractor beam? How is this progressing and what can we expect? The first tractor beam that'll make it to the game will be used for mining and extracting. It's a very weak beam that can't be used outside of its designated purpose. They are also testing different things that players may abuse in relation to tractor beam mechanics to make sure all this is accounted for. Question, what kind of ships can use a tractor beam? They're looking at all sorts of different ways for players to equip a tractor beam on ships that normally don't have one. This may be done by replacing a weapon or a turret with a tractor beam mount. Question, is building your own space station something that's being considered for the future? Yes, it's being considered, but is a far future possibility. They would need to develop the tech and research how this would be incorporated. Question, could we get a ship's production roadmap on the website like the building roadmap? No, they don't have any intention of doing that. It's kind of sad, actually. I like that idea. Boy, I tell you what, these last couple weeks have been some really short shows, and, that's the purpose of this program, though. We talk about the things that we like, we dislike, and if there's things really worth going into, we do. But I think we're all just kind of waiting for 3.1 to come out, and I was really hoping to discuss a lot of that with you, but as I said, I haven't been able to get in. I feel kind of hamstrung this week on the show, so... Now later on this week on the Extra Cast, Lightning Dragon and I continue our game in Stellaris, and after this episode, we're actually going to be skipping ahead quite a bit, where we have a large amount of Empire to work with. And on the playlist, I do the third and final part of my initial playthrough. Now, Infinity Battlescape just came out with a patch this week, so I intend to get in there, start playing with the patch, and seeing what the differences are. I'm probably also going to try a different ship, see how it feels. Alright guys, well, yeah, really short one this week, but what can I do? Anyway guys, we will catch you in the next one. As always, leave your comments and suggestions down below, and we will see you out there in the verse.